क्या आपको भी यही लगता है कि इंग्लिश सीखने के चक्कर में आपके बाकी विषय पीछे छूट जाएंगे? अगर हाँ, तो ये वीडियो आपकी सोच बदल देगी। आज हम बात करेंगे कि कैसे CLIL टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल करके आप सभी विषयों की पढ़ाई के साथ साथ इंग्लिश में भी फ्लुएंट हो सकते हैं।
Suppose that this is Earth. Earth has two poles.
What is communicator? Communicator is also known as sender.
Here you see when light fall in a plane surface, after striking it goes in same medium.
Coulomb's law. The force of attraction and repulsion between the two fixed charges is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them.
Mean is the sum of all the observation in a data set divided by the total number of observation.
The study of digits of number.
Any function of blood, for example, maintain the body temperature, remove waste material, for example, carbon dioxide, urea, lactic acid.
Proton and neutron situated in the nucleus.
Denser medium to rarer medium. Then after refraction the light bends away from normal. It's called rule number 2.
Let's understand this beautiful technique, CLIL. CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning. Content and Language Integrated Learning. यहाँ पर content का मतलब क्या है? Content का मतलब the information. आप कौन से सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ रहे हो, जैसे कि आप फिजिक्स पढ़ रहे हो, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो, बायोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, जियोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, बॉटनी पढ़ रहे हो, हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो, पॉलिटी पढ़ रहे हो, इकोनॉमी पढ़ रहे हो, फिजियोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, सोशियोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, राइट, आप GST पढ़ रहे हो, आप कंप्यूटर पढ़ रहे हो, टेक्नोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, आप एग्रीकल्चर पढ़ रहे हो, आप कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हो, वो आपका हो जाएगा कॉन्टेंट. दैट्स कॉल्ड कॉन्टेंट, राइट. अब उसी कंटेंट को हम क्या करेंगे, लैंग्वेज, यानी कि लैंग्वेज का मतलब अपना टारगेट लैंग्वेज. टारगेट लैंग्वेज का मतलब क्या हो गया? टारगेट लैंग्वेज. टारगेट लैंग्वेज का मतलब वो लैंग्वेज जिसको आप सीखना चाहते हो, जिसको आप अपने कंटेंट के साथ मिलाकर उस लैंग्वेज की प्रैक्टिस भी करना चाहते हो. कंटेंट का मतलब इन्फॉर्मेशन. इन्फॉर्मेशन का मतलब कोई भी सब्जेक्ट आप जो भी पढ़ रहे हो वो आपका इन्फॉर्मेशन है. उसी इन्फॉर्मेशन को हम क्या करेंगे, अपने टारगेट लैंग्वेज में करेंगे कन्वर्ट. अभी हम क्या सीख रहे हैं, इंग्लिश. तो हमें इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करना है. जो भी आप सीख रहे हो, किसी भी रीजनल भाषा में सीख रहे हो, आप हिंदी में सीख रहे हो, आप पंजाबी में सीख रहे हो, आप बंगाली में सीख रहे हो, किसी भी लैंग्वेज में सीखो, इन्फॉर्मेशन आप समझ लो, उसके बाद आप उसी चीज़ को अपनी टारगेट लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. हमारा टारगेट लैंग्वेज अभी के लिए क्या है, इंग्लिश. सो वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट एवरीथिंग इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, राइट. हमें उसे इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करना है. दैट्स इट. ये टेक्निक बहुत ही ज़्यादा वर्किंग है. I will show you my students, my trainees practicing this CLIL technique. मैं दिखाऊंगा अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जो किस तरीके से प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं इन चीज़ों को. बट उससे भी पहले मैं आपको कुछ टेक्निक शेयर करना चाहूँगा जिसकी मदद से आप CLIL को अपनी लाइफ में बहुत अच्छी तरीके से यूज कर सकते हो. Now I'm going to tell you the rules for CLIL. Welcome to the most important part of this video. इस वीडियो के सबसे अहम हिस्से में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. अब हम बात करेंगे कुछ ऐसे रूल्स, कुछ ऐसे टेक्निक्स की जिसका इस्तेमाल हमें बोर्ड को एक्सप्लेन करते हुए करना है. आपने इन्फॉर्मेशन सबसे पहले ले लेनी है, जो भी चीज़ें आपको एक्सप्लेन करनी है. आप कोई भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ लो, कोई भी एक टॉपिक पढ़ लो, उसको बढ़िया से तैयार कर लो, हर एक चीज़ें बढ़िया से तैयार करो, उसको इंग्लिश के साथ एक बार कन्वर्ट करके देख लो, एक बार प्रैक्टिस कर लो, उसके बाद आप बोर्ड पर आ जाओ. बोर्ड पर आने के बाद आपको उसको एक्सप्लेन करना है. आप कुछ बोर्डिंग से रिलेटेड कुछ रूल्स होते हैं जो मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहता हूँ. देयर आर 5 वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रूल्स. सबसे पहला रूल होता है लार्ज टेक्स्ट साइज. जब भी आप बोर्ड पर लिखें, योर टेक्स्ट शुड बी विजिबल. आपका टेक्स्ट विजिबल होना चाहिए. आप कभी कभी बोर्ड पे लिखते हो ना, जब आपकी आदत होती है कॉपी पे लिखने की, तो आप बहुत स्मॉल टेक्स्ट में लिखते हो. जैसे आपने लिख दिया लार्ज टेक्स्ट साइज, लार्ज टेक्स्ट साइज. आप इतना बड़ा भी तो लिख सकते हो, लेकिन ये ऑडियंस को विजिबल नहीं होगा. देयरफॉर यू हैव टू राइट लिटिल लार्जर. आपको बड़ा लिखने की कोशिश करनी है, ठीक है. आपने देखा होगा प्रोफेसर्स वगैरह को बहुत बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स लिख देते हैं, एक ही वर्ड लिखेंगे पूरा बोर्ड भर जाता है। तो इससे क्या होता है, लोगों के दिमाग में वो वर्ड छप जाते हैं, और जब वर्ड छप जाते हैं ना दोस्तों, तो वो याद रह जाता है, और जो इन्फॉर्मेशन याद रह जाती है वो इन्फॉर्मेशन वैल्यूएबल बन जाती है। Therefore, always maintain a large text size. And second, very important, speak while writing. कभी कभी क्या होता है कि कोई भी टीचर, कोई भी ट्रेनर, कोई भी इंसान आता है बोर्ड पर लिखने के लिए, वो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें लिख डालता है और कुछ भी बोलता नहीं। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, टुडे वी विल टॉक अबाउट CLIL। वो आके मस्त लिखेगा, और उधर जितने भी ऑडियंस है वो अपने में बिजी हो जाएगी, बातचीत करने शुरू कर देगी। अगर आप बोलो ही ना, आप लिखे जा रहे हो, बोल नहीं रहे हो, तो आपकी ऑडियंस डिसकनेक्टेड हो जाती है आपसे, राइट। यू हैव टू कनेक्ट योर ऑडियंस, और कनेक्ट करना चाहते हो तो प्लीज़ आप बोलते बोलते लिखो। जैसे अभी वही यही चीज़ लिख रहा हूँ, फिर से लिखता हूँ। Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about CLIL. CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning. अब इससे क्या होगा कि जब तक मैं बोल रहा हूँ उस चीज़ को, तब तक आप उस चीज़ को ध्यान से देखोगे, राइट। सो देयरफॉर व्हेनेवर यू राइट समथिंग ऑन द बोर्ड, प्लीज़ स्पीक। तो मेरा दूसरा टेक्निक यही था कि स्पीक वाइल राइटिंग, लिखते वक्त आपको बोलना भी है। एंड थर्ड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप हियर, पॉइंट विद योर अपोजिट हैंड। कभी भी कोई चीज़ इस पर आपको बोर्ड पर लिखी हुई पॉइंट आउट करनी है, ऐसे दिखानी है लोगों को, तो आप अपने उसी हाथ का इस्तेमाल मत करो जिससे आप लिखते हो। जैसे मैं अपने राइट हैंड से लिखता हूँ, एंड इफ आई जस्ट शो यू बाई राइट हैंड, तो इससे क्या होगा, मेरा आई कांटेक्ट आपसे टूट जाएगा और इस तरीके से कुछ बनेगा। सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कंटेंट एंड लैंग्वेज इंटीग्रेटेड लर्निंग। नहीं तो अगर दिखाना चाहते हो तो इस तरीके से दिखाओ, वी टॉक्ड अबाउट कंटेंट एंड लैंग्वेज इंटीग्रेटेड लर्निंग। तो इस तरीके से मैं पॉइंट कर सकता हूँ। इफ आई राइट बाय माई लेफ्ट हैंड, देन आई विल बी शोइंग विद माई राइट हैंड लाइक दिस। तो इस तरीके से मैं दिखा सकता हूँ, ओके। एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप हियर, लाइक मेक आई कॉन्टैक्ट। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो आप बोर्ड एक्सप्लेन करते वक्त करते हो, यू डिसकनेक्ट। आप आते हो पूरा बोर्ड को ही समझाते हो। टुडे वी विल टॉक अबाउट कंटेंट एंड लैंग्वेज इंटीग्रेटेड लर्निंग। देयर आर 5 टिप्स. First tip is large text size, so always keep your text large. And second tip is speak while writing. लिखते वक्त बोलते भी रहिए। एंड टिप नंबर 3, पॉइंट विद योर अपोजिट हैंड। अपने दूसरे हाथ से चीज़ों को इंडिकेट करिए। तो इससे मैं आई कांटेक्ट आपसे नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो आप मेरी वीडियो को स्किप कर दोगे, आप नहीं देखोगे। देयरफॉर आई मस्ट मेक आई कांटेक्ट विद यू, राइट। तो आई कांटेक्ट जरूर बनाओ अपने ऑडियंस के साथ। एंड द 5th वन इज रीकैप। अगर आपको दूसरे स्लाइड पर जाना है, अगर आपको बोर्ड को इरेज करना है, इफ यू हैव टू इरेज द बोर्ड एंड यू गोना जस्ट जंप ऑन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, जंप ऑन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो, पार्ट ऑफ द योर प्रेजेंटेशन, सो यू हैव टू रिकैप द थिंग्स व्हाटएवर यू हैव डिस्कस्ड। जो चीज़ें आप डिस्कस कर चुके हो उसके बाद रिकैप करो, एक बार रिवाइज करो, ताकि ऑडियंस को याद रह जाए, फिर वो दूसरे वाले चैप्टर पर, दूसरे वाले सेक्शन पर मूव कर सके। तो लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस्ड what are the rules of CLIL, such as large text size, speak while writing, point with your opposite hand, make eye contact, and recap. Okay, अब मैं इसको erase करूँगा. Now I'm going to erase this and we are going to jump on the next part of this, full lecture. तो आपने इसे मिटा देनी है, फिर आपको जाना है, और आप हमेशा इस्तेमाल करना अपना लेफ्ट हैंड, आपका अपोजिट हैंड इरेज करने के लिए, बिकॉज दिस इज द रूल इन द टीचिंग मेथड. तो आप कभी भी बोर्ड को इरेज करना चाहते हो तो सेम हाथ से मत इरेज करो जिससे आप लिखते हो, आप अपने अपोजिट हैंड से इरेज करेंगे चीज़ों को. I hope you've understood. Now let's watch my trainees' performance on the board.
Good morning everyone. Good morning. My name is Shivam Yadav and today in this class I will teach you what is communication and scope of communication and types of communication, element of communication, and the last one is advantage of communication. Firstly, I will teach you what is communication. What is communication? Exchange of thoughts, emotion, fact, opinion by one person to another person is called communication. In other words, when we are sending any message, fact, information and our opinion from one person to another person and both person are understanding same, that is called communication. And the second is what is element of communication? There are 5 elements of communication. First, communicator. And the second, communicative. And the third is message. And fourth is channel. And the last one is feedback. What is communicator? Communicator is also known as sender. Sender who send the message. Example, in this time I send the message, I am communicator. And the second one is communicative. Communicative also known as receiver. In this time you receive my message, you are receiver. And the third one is message. When I give any example, any message, this is called message. And the fourth is channel. Channel is also known as medium. Medium, when we give message through words, our mouth, written, that is called channel. And the last one is feedback. Feedback is also known as respond. Respond is a very most part of communication.
Just.
Now I am going to tell you what is the scope of communication. Scope of communication in many places, like as communication in your personal life, example with family, with our friends, and communication in business, communication in management, and communication in our society, and communication in make any plan. That's it. And the third is types of communication. There are 4 types of communication. First, verbal communication, and the second is non-verbal communication, and the third is written communication, and the last is visual communication. First is verbal communication. What is verbal communication? When we speak any words, use of our mouth, that is called verbal communication. In this time I use words and use of my mouth. In this time I use verbal communication. And the second is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, when we use our facial expression, hand gestures, eye contact, like as I ask any question, yeah, anyone absent in the class, I ask and you give the answer like this, I understand what you are saying. And the third is written communication. In written communication, we communicate each other through message, letter, and through WhatsApp, Instagram, chatting. And the last is visual communication. In visual communication, we use video calling and use pie chart, graphic, screenshot, photo. That's it about visual communication. And the last one is advantage of communication. Advantage of communication. There are many advantages of communication, like as improve our personal life or improve our relationships, and helping for proper planning, and help for in business. In business, communication is the backbone of business. That's it. Thank you for listening to me.
Good morning, sir. And good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Ruchi, and I have a beautiful topic for teaching you. Today, we will learn what is refraction and laws of refraction and rules of refraction. Let's start. Refraction. What is refraction? The phenomena of bending light one medium to another medium is called refraction. Let's understand by figure. This is a line A and B. It's called boundary. And it is a normal. And it is an incident ray. After refraction, it deviates its path. It's called refracted rays. After refraction, it deviates its path while it should going here. It's called diffraction of light. Let's jump on next. Laws of refraction. There are two laws of refraction. Law number 1. Number 1. Incident ray and normal ray and refracted ray all lie in a same point. It's the first law. Incident ray, refracted ray and normal all lie in a same plane. And the second law is sine of angle of incident and the sine of angle of refracted are constant, and it's also known as Snell's law. Sine of angle of incident and sine of angle of refracted is constant. It's also known as Snell's law. Let's jump on next. Rules of refraction. There are two rules of refraction. First, if light passing through rarer medium to denser medium, then after refraction the light bends toward the normal. It's called rule number 1. And the rule number 2 is when light goes from denser medium to rarer medium, then after refraction the light bends away from normal. It's called rule number 2. That's it.
Good morning, dear respected sir. Good morning, all of my friends. Well, this is Vishwas Mishra. Today I have very interesting topic, Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. Do you know, guys, what's Coulomb's law? I tell you. Coulomb's law. The force of attraction and repulsion between the two fixed charges is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Do you know, guys, what's the formula of Coulomb's law? I would like to solve where it's a point charge. There is a 2-point charge q1 and q2, and the distance between q1 and q2 is r. So according to Coulomb's law, F is directly proportional to the q1 and q2. F is directly proportional to q1 and q2, and F is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. F is inversely proportional to r square. So it's equation first and second. According to equation first and second, F is equal to 1 pi 4 epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square, where 1 pi epsilon naught is equal to k. And do you know, guys, what's the value of k? The k value is equal to 9 into 10 to power 9. It's a formula of a Coulomb's law. That's it, and thank you so much for listening to me.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning. Well, my name is Seetalbin, and today I am going to teach you about our Earth. So let's start. Earth. Our Earth is our motherhood. Our Earth gives us life. Earth is most beautiful place because many places on the Earth are available like as heaven, like Mount Everest and Himalayas. Suppose that this is Earth. Earth has 2 poles. That is North Pole and that is South Pole. These lines are known as longitudinal lines. These lines are known as latitudinal lines. And which line divide Earth into 2 equal half parts is known as equator. Our Earth revolves around the Sun. She completes one round in 365 days and in leap year 366 days.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Today, I have a very interesting topic for teaching you. Reflection of light. Reflection of light. The bouncing back of light in a same medium after striking from a surface is called reflection of light. Here we are understand by the structure. This is a plane surface. And this line is called normal ray. is the incident ray, and this line is reflected rays. Here you see when light fall in a plane surface, after striking it goes in same medium, and there are two laws of reflection. Here first one is angle I is equal to angle R. Here the incident ray, angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. And the second law is incident ray, normal ray, and reflected ray are lie in same plane. Here we see the incident ray, the normal ray, and the reflected ray are lie in the same plane, and this point is called incident point. So I hope you all have understood whatever I teach. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Atom is the fundamental and smallest unit of every substance. If we divide any substance further and further, then we will find atom. And now I will tell you parts of atom. There are three fundamental particles in the atom. Electron, proton and neutron. Electron has negative charge and it's discovered by J.J. Thomson, and proton has positive charge and it's discovered by Ernest Rutherford, and neutron has no charge. It is a neutral particle and it is discovered by James Chadwick. And the structure of atom looks like this. Proton and neutron situated in the nucleus and electron surrounded it, and the quantity of charge electron and neutron are same. There are 1.6 into minus 19 power of 10 its charge of electron, and proton has same charge but in positive. So they make the atom so they make the atom neutral body. That's it. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Archana. Today I will teach you blood. What is blood? What are components of blood? And what are functions of blood? Firstly, I will teach you what is blood. Blood is fluid connective tissue. Now, let's jump on second. What are components of blood? It has four main components. First, plasma. And second, RBC. And third, WBC. And last, platelets. If I talk about plasma, it is also called plasmocyte. And in our whole body, 60% plasma. Now, if I talk about RBC, red blood cell, it is also called erythrocyte. And it has 5 million RBC. And its lifespan 120 days. Now, if I talk about WBC, white blood cell, it is also called leukocyte. And it has 10,000 WBC. And its lifespan only 4 days. And if I talk about platelets, it is also called thrombocyte. And it has 2 lakh platelets. And its lifespan 7 days. Now jump on what are functions of blood. There are many functions of blood. For example, maintain the body temperature, remove waste material. For example, carbon dioxide, urea, lactic acid, and protect of the body, infection and disease. So what did we learn? What is blood? What are components of blood? And what are functions of blood? That's it. Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, my name is Muskan Yadav. Today in this class, I will teach you what is mean, how to find mean. What is mean? Mean is the sum of all the observation in a data set divided by
the total number of observation. Mean is the as no all average. Mean is denoted by x bar. The formula is mean. X bar sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. Now I am telling you how to find mean. Suppose in this class there are 5 students and weight of one student. One student 40, the second student 45 and many student 46. One student 10 and second student 40 and third student 50 and fourth student 60. Sum of all observation upon total number. Sum all add number. 10 plus 40 plus 50 and plus 60 upon total number 1, 2, 4 and all add number 10, 50, 160 upon 4 divided by 164. 40 and one student 40 kg.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning. Today, I'll teach you what is dimension, how many types of dimension, and what is the few fundamental quantities, and how we find dimension. So let's start. What is dimension? The new way to represent physical quantities, that is called dimension. There is two types of dimension, that is vector and scalar. We must know for finding dimension few fundamental quantities, that is mass, length and time. These are important for finding dimension. Let's suppose the example. Velocity. Everyone knows what is velocity. Displacement upon time. So we represent length by L in dimension and mass by M and time by T. So displacement measure as a length, that's why we write it L and T time T. When we take T up, then it become negative. The dimension of velocity is Lt minus 1. Let's suppose the example of force. Force is mass into acceleration. We know that mass represented by m and acceleration means change in velocity in per unit time. We know that velocity is Lt minus 1. Upon time. When we take up time, then it becomes negative. That's the dimension of force. So if anyone asks to you what is the dimension of time in force, then you can say that dimension of time in force is -2. And I would like to give you a question for solving. You solve the dimension of angle. Which is arc upon radius. So guys, you find the dimension of angle and dimension topic contains 5 marks in class 12 board. That's why it is very important to learn. Thanks for listening to me.